Married for 52 days, Muslim for 74. It's official. Brittany Renner is officially done cosplaying an Islamic woman.
Brittany Renner is trending on social media and everybody's having the talk. Everybody's saying that she changed her religion. She went all religious because of a man. Let's get into it. Hey, beautiful people. How you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here, and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So, if you don't know who Brittany Renner is, just stay tuned. You're going to get the full gist. So, she is an Instagram model, OF, like yeah. And now news is coming out that she and her ex now they got married and they were married for 52 days before they got divorced. Yes, guys. And if you know who Brittany is that Instagram model. And all of a sudden, before this whole marriage thing happened this year, Brittany said she has found God.
First of all, Allahu Akbar. When I originally joined Instagram July of 2012, I joined for two reasons: validation and male attention. And now that I no longer need either of those things, I am developing a new relationship with just social media itself. So my posting has been a bit inconsistent. I've been Muslim for 5 months and I love it here. I haven't had a drink in 6 months. Haven't had sex in 8 months, and I changed my number 4 months ago. So if you went green, now you know why. This has been a really beautiful purification process for me of the mind, heart, body, and soul, and an opportunity for me to meet myself deeper. What I have discovered is how deserving I have always been and am. Even with wearing the hijab, trusting so much so, and who is meant to see me will see me for the right reasons. I have been filming the last few months. If you know, you know. Calm seas never made a skilled sailor, so I have been having fun, sharpening my sword and learning along the way. I feel free. Like, I do not belong to this world. This world did not give me my joy, and it can't take it either. And alhamdulillah for that. I just love it. I show you a lot of updates, and I hope all is well.
She's practicing Islam and all that, and she went on with the full hijab and cover up and all that and all that. And then people started seeing him with Kevin Gates and all that. And a whole lot of conversation came up and saying that she was doing this because of a man so that she can get a man and all that, so she can get Kevin Gates because Kevin Gates is Islam. And even the girl Kevin Gates was messing around with actually said that that was why Britney was doing that. And now fast forward to now, after they announced that they are divorced, Britney decided to sit in her car and took off her hijab and said that she needs to allow her hair breathe and she's not going to allow anything to make her small, to put her in a box. And that has struck entire conversation where people are calling her a pick me or a manipulator who tried to get a ban by changing or by being very religious. Anyway, guys, let's go check out some of the breakdown of who Britney is, the update on the story, and then people's reaction to it. And then I'll come back and talk more.
We got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant, because then he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this transition and things changing, right. Honestly, it's like I don't think anybody gets married to not stay married. So I think my biggest thing for me is this is a nice 90-day reset, just focusing on myself and pouring into myself. And what I also will add is that I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say in this world. And I have no shame in that. That's why I'm here. BET Awards. As you can see, I'm out here on this blacktop by myself.
Yeah,
She's outside. Hey.
I remember Brittany Renner. Oops, my bad. I mean, this Brittany Renner.
Mm-hmm.
So Brittany had an issue. But first, we got to go back to the beginning. So this Brittany Renner right here She started dating PJ Washington in 2020 when he was 20 years old and she was 26. Flash forward, they have a baby, PJ Washington Jr. III, and they don't stay together. So after she leaves a young PJ Washington, she starts to have trouble and people start to not necessarily enjoy her content and her presence on social media. So she does a little bit of soul searching and finding herself. And that brings us to the change. So after about 5 years of soul searching, she converts to Islam. Claims that this version of Brittany no longer exists, that she hasn't drank in like 18 months, and that she only got on social media to pander to man and for validation. And that version of Brittany doesn't exist anymore. This Brittany seeks to serve Allah. She claims that she is free of this world and she does not belong to this world. So that also brings us to my next point. Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates and Brittany had a relationship back in 2017, 2018, but it was just slight flirtation, nothing crazy. You know, he ended up marrying Drecka, but that fell through. And this is where it starts to get wild. So during all of Kevin's soul searching, he met a girl named Persia. Now, Persia is relevant because she gets on and exposes her and Kevin Gates' conversation. She gets really upset because she sees Kevin on stream. Now, he gets invited to DDG stream, and he brings, who do you know? Brittany Renner. So these two little souls found each other, right? But anyways, she sees this, and she calls him out and says, hey, I'm the only one that you're supposed to be dealing with. You're the only one I'm dealing with. And Kevin Gates doesn't care. Claims that they're celibate, they're not allowed to have sex. She claims that the only reason she turned Muslim is for Kevin, and it's just a whole big blowout. So Kevin doesn't deal with Persia anymore, and him and Brittany continue to deal with each other. They go to Lakers games together. They're just seen pretty frequently. Eventually, they get married. Now, they get married April 6, 2025, and everything's going very well. But then, out of the blue, they get divorced. May 28th, 2025, they were married for 52 days. No one knows why they got divorced, but they did. They just randomly got divorced. These two are not together anymore. Brittany claimed to give 100%, and she will not be dealing with any more men and only pouring love into herself. That's the story of how Kevin Gates left Brittany Renner. If you liked the video, comment, follow, like, subscribe, have a discussion. Peace.
Brittany, girl, you back. It's Brittany Renner back. Y'all, she done took that hair out. She said, I've been wearing these cornrows under this hijab for too long. I need to let my hair free. There are a lot of people in the comments talking about she's back to her old ways. I don't know. Marrying Kevin Gates for like 30 days seemed kind of on brand for her. I know that in the Muslim community, the hijab does not make a Muslim. I know that. Yeah. But for Brittany all basketball wives. Okay, Brittany is still doing Brittany. The only thing Brittany is doing differently is maybe her choice in men that she's dating. But this is a signal for some people. I don't think it's a signal. I think she just wants her hair to fly free, but I could be wrong. What y'all think? Y'all think the old Brittany about to come back, or it's the new Brittany bitch? I'm just asking for a friend. Removing the hijab does make people speculate, but I don't think that has anything to do with her religion at all. I think she just wants her hair out, and ain't nothing wrong with that.
Married for 52 days, Muslim for 74. It's official. Brittany Renner is officially done cosplaying an Islamic woman. In her latest video, she mentioned that she no longer wants to shrink herself to fit in anywhere. Such a coincidence now that her and Kevin Gates are no longer together, which is something many of us predicted. This makes me feel like she really was having some drinks underneath that hijab. Somebody call Jackie. Although we do know a hijab isn't what makes you Muslim, but her saying with her own words that she doesn't want to wear it because she no longer wants to shrink herself is basically all the proof that we need. You and Kevin just announced that you guys were no longer together. And now all of a sudden you're on the internet showing off your hair? People will forever be asking, did you do this for a man? And the answer to that is a yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know. The timing of everything is just a little bit off.
Converting to a different religion that you know nothing about to keep a man is diabolical.
Single and mingling.
I'm not looking for nobody. I'm not looking for nobody.
And what's crazy about this relationship is that these two people are the same. They are copy and paste of each other. What people don't know is that these two met years ago at Rolling Loud, and allegedly they have been hooking up for many years. He even talked about her in his song when she became pregnant by her ex. This relationship wasn't going to work because these two people are a mirror for each other. They think the same, they act the same, they're both hypersexual, they both live in a world that they have created, and they don't want to change. I honestly think he convinced her to prove herself that she is better than all the other girls he was dating and talking to. He told her, I'm gonna give you a ring and marry you if you do this, and she did. He's a manipulator and she's a manipulator, and they both couldn't stand each other, so they got a divorce after 52 days of being married. And I don't dislike Brittany Renner. I think she is who she is. She's not going to sit around and wait for a man to act right. She's going to move on and meet and date someone else. I believe she's playing dress up. And one thing about pick-me's, they will do whatever it takes to get the man. They will do whatever it takes to get the ring. And this time it failed. But I don't think Kevin Gates is the prize either. We've seen his track record. We've seen how he's treated his wife. We've seen the adult videos that's been released. We've seen how he's treated women. We've seen how he's acted. So my thing is, you can't turn into a husband either. So
Brittany Renner just should have stayed a model. I said that last week. Now look at her ass. She done snatched her hijab off and said that she's no longer shrinking herself. She's so disrespectful. Like, how you gonna sit up here and basically say that joining this religion aided in you shrinking yourself? No, Brittany, you did that all on your own, just by wanting some damn attention. She also went on to say that she was wearing cornrows under her hijab. Girl, you're black. Like, what else was you gonna be wearing? It's either the cornrows or the slick back bun. Y'all, I told y'all she should have stayed and ran that bag up. Okay? She done did all this to go right back to the streets. Give her round of applause. That's what she so desperately seeks, I'm guessing. All this attention, girl, you could have put all this energy into running up that account so you can make more money this time around. You out here going in and out of religions, going in and out of relationships. Like, get it together. Get it together. Please stop. It's okay. Go back to what you're good at. And just let the rest be, boo. You didn't have to do all this. You didn't have to do all this. Put your energy where you're going to be able to reciprocate something. And you might have been able to get some more money on this time around. But going over there, getting married for less than 60 days and realizing, yes, you can join a religion. You can dress modestly. You can do all of that and speak highly of a man and be all in your feminine ways. And yes, men will still find a way to treat you any kind of way. That's what you kind of found out. Yeah, Kevin Gates got the hell on. And that's okay. Go back to what you're good at, Brittany.
Child. Brittany Renner announcing that she divorced Kevin Gates after 52 days. Girl, duh. Who else thought that was serious? Who else thought that was gonna last? Nobody but you. You thought you won the prize with somebody else's husband. How'd that work out for you? Anyway, we all know Kevin Gates gonna do anything for a publicity stunt to stay relevant. That man, he wants to be in the spotlight 24/7, so he gonna do whatever. And the fact that you thought you won something, that man like boys. Why do you think he was going after LeBron like that, sitting courtside with his shirt wide open? He likes the boys. Meanwhile, Drake out here looking like the baddest bitch ever, because the girl is just glowing, looking unbothered, living life, body banging. Yeah, you just took that burden off of her hands. But Brittany, I ain't sitting up here saying that, you can't start over, because I feel like everybody can start over. I feel like people can change. I feel like you need to get somebody that's not in the industry, somebody that's not in the spotlight. I mean, yeah, what Dre said, your wholeness can be deleted. I feel like, you know, you headed down the right path to have your wholeness deleted. Well, if you didn't ask for forgiveness, it's done. The only person that matters is God. But anyway, next time, leave somebody else's husband alone. Okay?
You can be a bad and still have a relationship with God. You can be a bad and still love God. Or in another term, you can be a beautiful woman and still have a relationship with God. You can be a beautiful woman and still love God. I think now what's happening is, especially for women, they turn to God when they want to get married, when they're looking for a man, or when they want to start a family. You start to hear women say, "Oh, I'm going celibate because no man deserves my body," or "I'm saving myself for my husband," or "I'm looking for this type of man or this type of husband, so I'm going celibate," or "I'm changing my religion," or they get super religious when they feel like it's time for them to settle down, start a family, find a man. I say this all the time. You should not be doing anything in this world, in this life, for a man. You shouldn't be changing your religion for a man. You shouldn't be getting closer to God for a man. You shouldn't be seeking God for a man. All of these different things you should be doing for yourself. And when you genuinely do these things for yourself, you genuinely create a relationship with God for yourself, not because you're trying to find a husband, not because you're trying to create a family, but because you genuinely want to understand God. You genuinely want to understand why your life is so abundant, but you feel so empty inside. When you truly want to understand why you can have all these different things, but you still feel so unhappy, or why things are not working out for me, what it is that I need to be doing, God. When you sit and you have a conversation and you talk to God genuinely, and you don't have to pray on your knees to have a conversation with God. You can sit in your car and talk to God, in your bed, on your couch. You can sit and have a conversation with God as if you talk to somebody sitting right in front of you. And one thing about God, you don't have to come to God perfect. God already know that none of us are perfect. He already know that we were gonna make mistakes. But one thing God knows is He knows your heart. He knows when you're genuinely trying to understand Him, when you're genuinely trying to have a relationship with Him. No matter how far you feel in your heart that you have strayed away from God, or that you don't probably even know God at all, one thing about God, when it comes to His children, He's always waiting on you to come back. He's always waiting on you with open arms. It's never too late to talk to God. It's never too late. He waiting to hear from you. It's never too late. But I say all that to say, the moment women stop putting a man at the center of everything, I'm going celibate so I can get closer to God. But really, you're going celibate because you think that if you go celibate, then they can draw the attention from a man that can bring you a husband, that can bring you a family. Oh, I'm going into this religion. I'm going to go be super religious because that'll draw attention from the right man. That'll bring me a husband. That'll bring me, baby. You can be all the things that people in society deem to be people who are less valuable. You can be any of those things that people in society deem to be less valuable, right? What God has for you, can't no man take away. Can't no woman or man deny. When you get your relationship genuinely right with God, what's for you is for you. And then you'll understand all of the experiences, all the trials and tribulations that you may be experiencing and going through. God is have you experience that and go through that for a reason. Everything shouldn't be male-centered, sweetheart.
Talk to God for yourself. Genuinely. Sit in your house. When ain't nobody in that house but you, when ain't nobody in that room with you, sit and talk to God for yourself. Because we all can put on a persona when we step out in front of everybody. We want to seem confident. We want to seem like we got it all together. But when you have to sit with yourself and you know who you truly are behind closed doors, that's when you need to be talking to God. Nothing else matters.
Love her. Let me know what you think about the story down in the comment section. But as always, keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we'll do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thought. Okay, we don't tussle here. We're just here for conversation. All right. This Britney story, I really don't cover a lot of her story because I could see through how, especially when she started wearing the hijab, it was a story. Everybody was talking about it. I remember I almost did the story that time, but I'm just like, okay. And then he was just giving me the pick me, like changing who you are for so that you can secure a man. He's giving me this Simone, what's her name? Be Simone situation, like just pandering so that you can look the part for a man and so that a man can pick you. But yeah, for me, I like the other creator was talking about how she and Kevin Gates, they are almost the same person because they both are manipulators and all that. Maybe, but the truth is that this is what, like, you could be the baddest of the baddest, you could be the most confident person, you could be the most manipulative person, you could just even have the man, okay, the man that you're pandering yourself into doing everything so that you get, and you can even have the man and still don't find that genuine peace and happiness. Like I always say here on this channel, peace, genuine peace and happiness comes from within you and yourself. I've said, like I said it in the Bill Simone video, like it comes from you and you need to work on it if you really want to find that peace. Because she spent how many months and everything trying to get this man be the right perfect woman for him and all that. They are divorced now. They could only stay married for 52 days. Changing who you are, what you are on the inside, like who you genuinely are, does not keep a man. And also, before I continue, let me know, because let me know if you think she's still Islam, and let me know if you think, oh, she just wanted her hair to braid. I don't think so. Like the creator that said it, I don't think she. I think like she could still be in the Islamic religion, but I think Brittany's going to go back to her old way because that's who she truly is. But yeah, no matter how you try to change who you are, how to pander to a man, who you truly are on your core is who you truly are. That does not keep a man. And one thing I've come to realize in my little years on earth is the fact that be yourself, live your authentic self. Like the peace and joy that comes from when you're living your authentic self, it shows. It shows in your aura, it shows in your energy, it shows in who you are, it shows in your essence. It comes across, and the truth is that people can pick it. And you're not for everybody. And one thing I've come to realize is that I'm in the place where I also want to be genuinely myself, that I can attract the people that will want to be with me for me, including both friendship and all that. I'm not for everybody. Everybody is not my cup of tea, and it is fine. But these old things still boils down to a lot of trauma that a lot of women have, that they cannot sit still in their self and absorb who they are, what they are, and what they stand for. It comes from a lot of trauma. And this is why I am so big on it, on going to do the work, seek a therapist, to unpack yourself, be true to yourself. Because sometimes some of us come up with a facade, and we're going through a lot to come up with a facade and show up, and people see but deep down, who are you on the inside? Deep down, when there's nobody watching, deep down when the door is closed, when it's just you, who are you? Are you happy with that person? What do you want for that person? What do you want for that your inner child? Who are you? And why are you not proud to show that side of you for people to see? What's making you ashamed of it? Once you can ask yourself those questions, it's a wrap. You start your healing step. You started it. But yeah, I think Brittany planned to be religious so that she can get Kelvin Gates. For me, that's what I think from the get go. From the get go, I saw her wear the hijab and all that. It was just too extreme. It was too extreme. When you get to the place where you're finding God and you want to know God, like I've said a couple of times here on my channel, how I'm not really, I don't believe in religion and all that, but I believe in God. And when you're at that place where you're finding God, it's a spiritual thing, it's a spiritual journey. All the attributes that comes with it does not really matter. It's the spiritual connection with your creator. That's all. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this video down in the comment section. Love to know what you think. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see. And that'll be supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.